Hey, this is going to be my first installment in this series. And what this is I'm going over everything I've done on my truck so far. Right here, there was axle grease because I ran over an axle grease tube when I first got the truck. So I cleaned this up for the majority of it. There's still some dirt down there. When it's warmer outside, not when it's cold, I've been peeling off these stickers. I don't like them. I'll put in a bed liner. I've got some garbage in here. I just recently cut out my catalytic converter. I cut my muffler off a while ago. I'm working on getting some rust off of it. What I'm doing is I'm sanding it down and putting clear coats on it. You can kind of see what I did right here. It's not supposed to look good, it's just supposed to keep it protected. I got more sticker off this side. I gotta replace the bushwhackers because somebody sideswiped this a while back, ripped one off, fucked it up. What was that else? Oh yeah, I gotta clean in between there. But really, right now, I'm trying to clean this all up. Like right here, I want to take these wheels off, and I don't know if I want to sandblast it or something to get this rust off, because I want to keep the chrome that's underneath it, but I don't want to mess anything up. I'm missing a lug nut. I was gonna put wheel spacers on, but I don't see the point. My tires are about to go, and I'm not putting bigger ones on it. There's no use in adding extra wear to some of the other parts. Right now, I just put in a new seat cover, but eventually I'm gonna get a new one. I don't know if you can, because it's pretty tore up. That's how I bought the truck. I mean, nothing I can do about it. I'm eventually replace the steering wheel. I've got to replace a lot of the dash. I don't like a lot of it. I want to swap this out for a different dial. I don't like the rollover. Not only that, I can only do speed. There's no indicators for revolutions. I want to get a new transmission. I like the 3-speed, especially with the compound low that it's got on it, because I can also throw it in 4 low down there, neutral, 2-wheel drive high, 4-wheel drive high. I normally just keep it in 2-wheel drive. If I put this in low and I put this in low, it moves like a fucking turtle. It's terrible. So slow. But it's got a lot of torque to it. Pull heavy loads. It's a mess right now. But I also want to clean up the floorboard, possibly replace it with something different. I did a real shitty job painting the dash too. All this was like I don't know. There's nowhere else that's this color, but this used to be a dark brown. I think I fucked it up here somewhere. Or I started painting the back of this. I didn't do a good job, but because I gotta replace it all. I don't know if I'm gonna come through and sand this down and redo it, because I really fucked up. I didn't use the right paint. It doesn't look good at all to me. It was one of those things that I was just in a rush. Didn't take my time. Missing a radio. I've got one, but I need to wire it together. I don't have any speakers, so there's no point. And being pretty fucking dumb, and I cut my finger up pretty good the other day. Let me take my band-aid off so I can show you guys. cut down to the tendon. That wasn't very good. Hurt quite a bit. Nothing major, not like I can't use it. Cut it one day, was back out here working the next. Here. I set this down. There's some blood that's still on these pants that I couldn't wash out. But yeah, I'm gonna really repaint all of this. I'm gonna paint the door panels. I gotta replace these because whoever had this truck before tore this truck up. It used to be a farm truck. They had this thing gutted. They don't even have the headliner in it anymore. So what I'm gonna do there is I'm gonna put Bondo in all these holes, sand it down real smooth, and then I'm gonna paint it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna paint it black. I don't know yet. I also put in LED bars for interior lights. Mainly because there's nothing in here before. I don't like this primer coat either. But the switch right now for now is just dangling. I did a half-assed job putting it in. Honestly, I was so fucking tired when I was doing this. But it works. I also need to get a new blinker. The left side don't work. Because I kind of broke it. Doing some shit. Wasn't paying attention. Being a dumbass. I've got spots for speakers. These are the speaker covers for right there, you know. Nothing too serious. There's some wires in there. I gotta, for the radio, you know, I have the wire harness and everything. I don't see the need in putting anything together without having the speakers. There's no sense in setting it all up when I don't have a final product. And that's partly why my truck's a mess, is because I'm starting projects but I'm not finishing them. But this is just going to be one big project. I need to get a new cover for right here so I can put lights setting right here. Because when I put these lights here, I think I'm going to do either a real bright green, like a Monster Energy type green, or doing a red, like a real dark, rich cherry, more like a burgundy red. I really like burgundy. I don't know what my deal is about it, but I really like burgundy. But I also really like green. I need to get a fuse box cover. And then let's go look at what I've done under the hood. Nothing too major, you know, it's just a little bit. I also repainted the hood. This is not how it looks. It's just the moisture in the air, and it's been hot all day. So it's cooling down. So this is not how it looks at all. I'll do it later. In one of my later videos, you'll see it. But I painted the hood. You know, I did a decent half-ass job. I painted the grill because I did not like the gray. Again, half-ass job. I rattle canned it. I need to get a new bow tie. But as is, I put a new air intake. What happened was my dad ordered it for me because I asked him to, because he has a card. You know, I just paid him. But we ordered the wrong one. So the base does not fit onto the fuel injector cover, all that fun stuff. I can't think of what it's called right now. So that's pretty fun. You know, I took a Sawzall and I cut the original. You know, again, half-ass. But I needed something for it to sit on because this air intake needed to be completely circulated. So I put rubber in between these so that way it was covered, and then I put this on top. And then we put valve covers on with oil breathers in it. It's decent, it does it pretty good. I mean, it's added, air. I've got a valve problem because it's sucking oil in. When it's dripping, it, and it drips overnight, there's oil built up on the pistons, burns off, It was burning oil pretty bad because of that. I was burning 530, and I would drive for 6 hours total, and I would have a quarter of my system left. So I drained all that, and I put in 2050 in its place. Definitely not an issue anymore. I'll probably go through a quart a month. I put spark plug wires on it, half-assed it, threw them together, because these spark plugs are not meant for this truck. So some of them are really long, and I mean really long, and others just barely fucking fit there. I want to get a new battery holder so I can strap this down better so I can go wheeling, because this is 4x4, obviously. I need to fork out the radiator, comb it out, clean it out. It's an issue. I broke my horn, so I put a Beluga horn in there. There's no need for me to be on my horn unless I'm trying to get my friend's attention most of the time. I also need to replace my belt because I'm starting to get cracks in it. It's real dry. I don't like it. And let me get a better look. You can definitely see the cracks in it. It's not good at all. Other than that, as is, it's pretty good. I replaced one of the pieces for my AC unit because it broke off, so it was leaking. Or no, not my AC, my coolant. Sorry about that. I was thinking about recharging it because there was a valve in here that had broken, and so it wasn't holding charge. So I redid that. And then that had cracked. You can see where the pipe thread is, but that had cracked, and so my AC or my coolant was dripping out pretty bad. I need to clean the reservoir tank. You can see all of that build up. It's nothing major, not an issue. The last time we had this on the dyno was 5 years ago. It's a 1988 Chevrolet K2500 Cheyenne model, and it was putting out, I want to say 210 horsepower. I want to rebuild the block. I want to redo everything. I want to bore out the cylinders. I want to put better heads on it. Obviously, I'll have to redo it because new cylinders, but redo all that. I want to replace the exhaust manifolds because those are old as shit. This right here is Carnauba wax. It's not scratched up. It's just I didn't wash it all off the last time I waxed this down. I want to paint the whole truck black. I don't like the blue. Never have been a big fan of the blue. Maybe if it was this original blue, I might have kept it. But because it's this real faded, sun bleached, I don't like it. Let's look at the exhaust system. Right now I've got RTV silicone covering all the openings because I just have this clamped down. But I cut my catalytic converter off. Comes out of these two openings. Let's get a better look. Comes out of the meeting. It's 3-inch pipe. Runs down. This is where the catalytic converter was, right in between these two pipes. I tried keeping as much as the old as I could, and then I cut my muffler off of it. I'm sure I'll throw in pictures somewhere about how the muffler looked before, because it was bad. It was terrible. It was falling apart. I've got a lot of leaks, a lot of issues. My transfer case leaks every once in a while, mainly because gasket problems, you know. Nothing major at the moment. But my transmission right here, this is an issue. It definitely leaks fluid like none other. It's always pooling up right here. You know, this is where the transfer case sits. It's, you know, it's not huge. It's not an immediate problem. The rear differential leaks a little bit, not a lot. This has been sitting for a while, but before I had it sitting, it was dripping pretty bad. And then I took it to my grandpa's shop and I worked on it at his shop for free. Placed the gasket. Now it doesn't leak. It was leaking hard though. I want to come down here with some purple cleaner, clean all of this gunk out. I redid my brakes. Or I didn't redo them, but I tightened them up. So they're at least a lot tighter because I've got drum brakes on the back and I've got disc brakes in the front. I need to redo my disc brakes because there's nothing on there. I can fucking, it squeaks for days. But you see all that freaking gunk? I don't like coming down here and working on it and have it be covered in gunk. It pisses me off. I had to redo my my parking brake, not my emergency brake. I mean, it's the same thing, but I had to redo my park brake because it was no good. But it's already fucking conked up like none other. I want to lift this thing up 6 inches, maybe 8. I haven't decided yet. And I want to tint these windows. Not much, you know. Actually, it is quite a bit. Never mind. I do want to tint them really bad. I want to put 5% tint on it. But in the state of Washington, you can't have any more than, or any less than 24%. I think it is 24 or 34. I don't remember. But I'm okay. I've already got an illegal exhaust mod on it. Might as well go all out. But here's a bunch of scratches. This dent right here really pisses me off. I really want to fix that. I need to get these scratches out. My flash is turned off because my fucking battery's almost dead. So I'm pretty much going to end the video right here. Like I said, this is just the first video in this installment. I'm definitely going to be making more as I go along with it. I'm going to be videoing all the new things I do. Here's the old valve covers, old spark plug wires. I'm going to start keeping old everything. Especially with that catalytic converter, because if I have to do emissions, I probably won't have to, but where I'm living, we might get a new bus line. So we might have to do that. So I'm definitely keeping it so I can just clamp it back in there, you know, go past emissions, come back, pipe it again. But I've got a bunch of projects I want to work on. So, alright. See ya.